Hello, it's Christina Doon. Time for your Project Runway New Zealand Season 1, Episode 3 recap. Well, last time we saw Massey take the win and Lennon go home. Well, and this time around we see contestants dish about the results and the judges and wondering what they want. But tonight, it's an unconventional challenge. Andreas lets them know that they are taking unconventional materials and making a two-piece garment. However, they're going to be working in teams of two. Oh, no. Well, contestants get $150 for fabric, but must use the unconventional items in their garments. The contestants draw and collaborate with their partners. I got excited to see what Misty and Beth would create. Jess and Massey are paired up. Matt and Bo are paired together, and Bo looks a bit nervous. Matt says he hates wearable art, but that's sort of the brief, I guess, he says. But remember, the judges are, well, Andreas says that he doesn't want it to be too overwhelming of a wearable art, but to try to make it work, obviously. Judy and Carrie are together. Camille and Benny, Caitlin and Benjamin, they're all paired up. Jess is worried because Massey has immunity, so it falls on her shoulders, she feels. She's a bit frustrated, and she kind of thinks he's a bit of a rookie. Contestants are working hard to deconstruct their materials to create something cool. Well, it's the end of the first work day. Well, new day comes. Caitlin says that Ben is saying it's good, but in Ben speak, that means great. I love Caitlin. Andreas gives feedback to the designers. The models have fittings. Matt and Bo seem to struggle working together. The contestants spill the tea on each other, whose work is like a student's, etc. Benny says there's a group that works well together, a group that bickers, and a group that isn't speaking to each other at all. Models then go to the Maybelline Beauty Zone and Schwarzkopf for hair. Andreas reminds them to use the Kiwi Property accessory wall as well. Well, it's time to make it work, folks. Caitlin and Ben's zipper pops out. That's definitely a make it work moment. And FYI, I think Gigi from Maybelline, I love his look. He looks really cool. Anyway, runway time. We have a guest judge, Stephen Tilley, an international photographer. He's our guest judge along with Benny and Sally Ann. Well, up first, we've got Beth and Misty. This was awesome. I thought it was really cool, and honestly, my very favorite garment of the night. Then we have Jess and Massey. Really editorial. I didn't know if there was that much unconventional materials used, but it's very editorial. I thought it was cool. They used cords, it looks like. Judy and Carrie. Well, this looks really expensive. Wow, I was impressed. Matt and Bo, I'm not sure. I love the skirt. Not a fan of the top, though. But I thought it was cool. They used VHS tape on the skirt. I thought that was really cool. Caitlin and Ben, they used rubber from cords and they stretched it and all that. They fixed their zipper issue and it looks good. Camille and Benny, this was my least favorite. It's an interesting concept, but I mean, it didn't quite work all the way for me. My husband liked it, but he works with circuit boards, so he thought that was really cool. Maybe that's why. But I applaud them for using so much unconventional materials. They worked hard at that. And remember, Massey has immunity. Massey and Jess, Caitlin and Ben, they get called forward. They are safe. The rest are highest and lowest scores. Who will win and who will walk? Well, Beth and Misty, they did really well, of course. They loved the color and their whole story. They thought that was great. Judy and Carrie, well done. It looks like they thought it looked really expensive. I agree. I thought that looked great. Matt and Bo, I didn't really feel like these two fused well together style-wise, but I did love Bo's skirt. I wasn't a fan of the top. Judges apparently seemed to agree. And then they popped some bubble wrap because you can't resist that, can you? Camille and Benny, this was a bit messy, but you know, they worked really hard. They used a lot of the unconventional materials, so I have to applaud them for that. It is very editorial, though. Anyway, they all come back out. Judy and Carrie's design wins, and Carrie takes the win. He gets the immunity for next week. Beth and Misty, of course, are in. Well, that leaves us with Benny and Camille. Well, they end up being safe. That means Matt and Bo, one of them will be in and one of them is going to walk. Well, who is it going to be? Well, Bo is in and Matt is out. So it's time for him to Control, Alt, and Delete, maybe? I don't know. Well, join us next time. We'll recap another episode of Project Runway New Zealand. And by the way, please like, subscribe, and tell us what your favorite designs are in the comments. Until next time, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you then.